on Apple's new tablet computer to be released in January of 2010. And in this video, I'll just be going over a lot of different rumors and showing you some pictures, telling you when it's going to be released, the price ranges, what you can do on it, all the productivity, all the hardware specifications, etc. So guys, hope this helps you and hope you enjoy. So let's not waste any more time and get right into this video. So a big point when talking about Apple's new products and so forth is the name of their products. Apple is known for their famous names in their products, their catchy names that nobody will really forget: the iPod, the iMac, the Magic Mouse, the Mighty Mouse, etc. So a big point in talking about the Apple tablet is what they will name it. Now, a lot of sites have told us names that may be a possibility, but I picked out the 4 that I think will really make the cut and have a good possibility of getting in. First off, the Apple tablet. I can see that happening. I mean, it's not as catchy of a name as some of the other ones, but I can see that happening. Next up, the Tablet Mac. It's iffy. The iSlate, I can really see myself going into the Apple Store saying, hey, do you have an iSlate in stock? I think it's a really catchy name, and I think that will probably be the most favorited one, but I'm not exactly sure. These are all just speculations. And lastly, the iGuide. I don't really see this happening, but it's still a possibility. I've seen it on a lot of different sites, so that might be one of the picks that Apple might choose. Another huge point when talking about computers and all that kind of electronic stuff is the price range. Now, there's been a lot of different price ranges, mostly around the same range though, but here's the price range that I think will most likely be the price of the Apple tablet or the iSlate. I think a lot of sites have said $800 to $1,000, which I think is reasonable, but some sites have made it more broader and said $500 to $1,000, which I can see being their cheapest. Their cheapest iPhone being $300, which is somewhere between there and their cheapest MacBook, which is $1,000, and also their Mac Mini, which is $500. So I can really see a price range from $500 to $1,000, probably being most likely somewhere in the $800 range or sub $1,000 range. So another big topic when talking about a product that's been hyped up since early 2007 is when it's going to be released. It's supposedly going to be announced by Steve Jobs on January 26, 2010, which I'll be talking about later in this video, and it's going to be shipped starting somewhere in early March to the mid-March range. So when talking about a tablet computer, tablets are notoriously known for their different capabilities than a desktop or laptop computer. So many people are wondering, especially being a Mac machine aside from a Windows machine, is what kind of capabilities will this machine have? Well, it's known to possibly have 3D graphics capabilities, so you can play 3D games and do all that fun stuff. It will have email capabilities, so you can email back and forth your friends and family. It will have internet, so you can go on YouTube, watch videos, read blogs, and so forth. Then you can have the availability to play media files, obviously it being a computer. And you can download iPhone applications from the App Store in iTunes, so that's a nice feature. And then you have flash support, so obviously it being a computer, you're going to have flash support so you can watch embedded YouTube videos and any sort of other flash content on a website. So with this tablet computer, it being a Mac machine, what kind of operating system will it run? Some people say it will run a modified version of the iPhone operating system or a Mac OS X Snow Leopard. I can definitely see the Mac OS X Snow Leopard being used more for productivity because the iPhone OS would be nice, but on a large screen, I highly doubt that they will pick the iPhone OS, so I think they will use Snow Leopard for the operating system on the Apple tablet. Wondering what type of hardware this machine will have. Well, for starters, it's going to have a 10.1-inch diagonally measured touchscreen with a PA Semi processor chip, which is a custom built processor chip by Apple. It will have a 10-hour Dynapack battery. It will have two USB 2.0 ports and possibly an iSight webcam on the front of the machine. So what are going to be the specifications or raw down details of this machine? Well, it's going to have a 64 gigabyte solid state drive, so a 64 gig SSD. It's going to have a built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capabilities, so you can connect to Wi-Fi at hotspots and so forth. It's going to have an SD card slot for transferring pictures and songs and photos and so forth. It's going to have a full-featured web browsing, so you don't have to zoom in and out repeatedly like in the iPhone, which is a real pain. So you're going to have a full-featured browsing, and you're also going to have an HD resolution screen and a multi-touch capabilities. So now I'm just going to be going over some additional details of the Apple tablet rumor that makes it seem all the more truthful and believable. So first off, Apple has reserved the Yerba Buena Center of Arts in San Francisco on January 26, 2010. This is the place where they've held all their prior keynotes and special events, including the one last in September 2009. Next up, they've registered the domain iSlate.com, which may not really mean anything, but having the Apple tablet be possibly called the iSlate kind of means a lot. Next up, major iPhone developers have been notified to make sure that all their applications they create don't heavily depend on the screen size and resolution of the device that you're playing it on, which can mean that the Apple tablet has a different screen resolution as the iPhone, so you're going to have the iPhone applications on the Apple tablet. Next up, Apple plans to manufacture 10 million units, which is amazing, which kind of doesn't really mean that much, but it's just some extra details. In conclusion, my biggest question for Apple is what are they trying to achieve with this product? My answer, with this particular product, Apple is trying to achieve great success and something revolutionary, as is with all their other products. With this tablet, Apple wants to give its consumers and professional customers alike a great productivity tool that can be useful and portable and an all-in-one inclusive product to Apple's product line. This is the Apple tablet.